How's it going, everybody? Lawler here. I just uploaded and recorded 3 videos where the audio was muted. How's your day going? What is up, everybody? Lawler here. All things Rocket League related. Hopefully you're all having a great day. This is now the second iteration of trying to do this. Hopefully your day's going better than mine. But let's get through these. It should be fun. As you guys can tell by the title, some bad news that I got to bring to all y'all's attention. And it actually comes from a tournament organizer from the Midwest, from my neck of the woods, which is unfortunate because I was looking forward to going to this event. I got a new car. I want to drive it. I was going to go and visit this event, kind of make it a little surprise and have some fun with it. But even with being vaccinated, we're kind of told no. So for those that don't know, there was a post on the subreddit that caught my attention in particular that says, according to a tournament organizer, or TO, Epic Games stated that they don't plan to allow in-person events until the second quarter of 2022 or until the global impact from COVID-19 has diminished. So let me get into the post. We'll talk about the specifics, give our thoughts, and then kind of go from there. So the first thing is the Midwest Open Circuit, which is a tournament that is held in Iowa by Iowa Esports. No offense to Iowa. I lived there for like 4 or 5 years when I was a kid. Des Moines pretty cool. Iowa City's all right. The rest is just a plot of land that they gave a name. It's cornfields. That's about it. Don't go to Iowa. Don't go to Iowa unless you go to the big cities. That's my word of advice. If you guys learn anything, take anything from this video, don't go to Iowa unless it's the big cities. Jokes aside, this tournament organizer wrote that Epic Games is not allowing people to do in-person events or to take place due to the pandemic, which again goes in line with everything else that's been going on. In tomorrow's video, I'll also be talking about how this affects other regions as well. Make sure if you guys haven't already, subscribe, notifications so you don't miss out on that one. They stated that it will be going, and keep in mind this is an or statement, not an and statement, quarter 2 of 2022, basically a placeholder that they're putting in to state like, hopefully things are fixed by this, or if the global impact from COVID-19 has diminished, then we'll do that. Whichever comes first, that's what we want. Obviously, they want it to be first, but they're just putting in a date pretty much a year from now to hope that something gets fixed. And we haven't had a live event since December of 2019. It has been quite a while. And a lot of us haven't had live events. The last live event that I worked and went to was PAX East of 2020, which was in the end of February, end of March, something like that. I forget the exact date, but it was like the very early, like first couple of months of 2020. So it's been a year and like 3-4 months now since I've done a live event. So people are starting to get to that point where like we're getting stir crazy. We want live events. We want international competition. We want to go and see and do, and we just can't. It's just those things are restricted. So even though things from like the CDC are saying if you are vaccinated, you technically don't need to wear a mask, I still choose to do so just because even though I can't take, I can always transmit possibly to other people and it helps to be safe. I just don't want to be part of the problem, obviously. So setting a good example, or trying to at least. But the post also talks about how they do respect Epic Games and their consideration to keeping everyone safe. Obviously, they have to look at it at a global scale, and they are forced to look at it from that perspective. Because of this, they are not allowed and are canceling the event, which again kind of stinks because I was thinking about going to it. It would have been here, I think in a few weeks actually. It would have been like, yeah, it would have been like June 12th. It would have been in like a week and a half or so, which stinks because I really wanted to go to it. But they're not allowing any in-person events or not allowing people to use their IP or their intellectual property. People are not allowed to use the IP of Rocket League, probably Fortnite or other ones at live events. They don't want to be, I guess, part of the problem. So they're just removing and creating that restriction altogether. So unfortunate for the Midwest Open Circuit and Iowa Esports that put on this event that they're not going to allow it to happen. So it kind of takes us back, and I read through the comments, and I do, and I have talked about this. Most recently, I talked about in my Q&A video that I did on Sunday about should Rocket League have a LAN, and RLCSX, I definitely don't think they should, even though there's other esports like Valorant and stuff doing it. There is a lot of places that are having complications even with those live events where certain players or teams altogether can't compete. Certain people aren't able to attend in general. And yes, there's travel restrictions, and they're getting somewhat better. The United States in particular is doing okay. It's starting to trend in the right direction. Certain ages or certain places elsewhere just aren't. You look at places like Canada. I was talking to Leaf about this. Leaf X, host of the RLCS, and a good buddy of mine, Brody, he said like, yo, I can't even get my first vaccination shot until like September. Like that's still a couple months. That's like 2-3 months away. So with younger ages and everything else going on, I understand. And as much as I hate it, I understand why Epic is acting the way that they are and are creating these restrictions to help the process rather than be like, yeah, we'll just keep doing it. And even though it is possible, like I can't imagine them taking, 15 to 19-year-olds or whatever the age group is. I think the average age group would be like 18 to 19, and flying them somewhere, keeping them for a couple weeks so they're quarantined and safe. I think the only way that would be possible is maybe like if you do a regional thing. So like with the RLCSX championships coming up or Intel World Open, you take all the people in the United States and you can put them at a location and then they can play from like hotel rooms. I know PUBG Mobile Esports did that in like Korea for like 2 months or something ridiculous. But it just feels like if it's still going to be a regional based event, yeah, it's a live event and it helps with the competitive integrity side, but like, does it really solve the problem? At the end of the day, it's still not global competition. It's still not international competition. And I think that's what we all really want. None of us are going to be able to attend anyway. Obviously, in-person events are just not a thing, and rightfully so. So that part is pretty unfortunate. Esports is still not at the level of the infrastructure or the level of, our big sports like the NFL or the NBA or anything where stadiums and stuff are now starting to do testing and allowing people to go back in. I've got a buddy that works for the San Jose Sharks that, they're able to go and start doing, but you have to have, proof and you have to be tested or rapid tested and stuff. So there is things that are starting to get back to normal, but we're still not there yet. So I understand the restrictions. And I am obviously on the side of the community. Like, I want these events. I desperately want these events. I do think it is possible to make them happen. But all the hoops and hurdles you have to jump over or through, is it really a good idea? And I think that's the problem is people are getting to the point where they just like completely throw logic out the window and are just like, I don't care. I just want it to happen. But we just we have to deal with it. And it sucks. I think collectively we all agree that it's not fun. And the fact that, they're putting it all the way out another year from now really, really hits home. But we're hoping that things happen before then. But at the end of the day, I think what bugs me the most is the unknowingness. I don't know when things are going to get better. I genuinely have no idea when we're going to be able to go back to normal. And that part sucks. I think that's what we're all struggling with. So at the end of the day, hopefully we can rely on people making content. We can rely on people trying to entertain us and keep us distracted from the real stuff that is going on. But at the end of the day, I think we can all agree that it sucks and we hope it was better. But there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Not the best news for you guys today, but still news altogether. If you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, drop those in the comments down below. Links to everything I'm talking about can be found in the description, especially if you'd like direct links to the posts and stuff that I'm talking about and would like to check out the document from that tournament organizer yourself. Also, while you're down there, if you guys enjoy the content and you have yet to do so, subscribe button if it's red, make it not red, turn on notifications so you get notified of the next videos. We'll be talking about some pretty interesting stuff tomorrow as well. So hope you guys tune into that. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys do enjoy the content, YouTube is probably showing you somewhere up here a video that is recommended for you specifically. And then I've got one down below it that's recommended for me. If you guys want to go check those out as well, it is greatly appreciated. But that is going to do it for this video, and we will catch you next time. Peace.